Hello people, welcome one and all to Jojo's Learning Club.
Hello guys, I'm back again. This is the part 2 for the algebra. If you have not watched my video of part 1, please do watch it. Then it would be highly beneficial and it will give you a continuation to my lecture on part 2. So in this lecture, I will be introducing the law of indices using algebra. So we have already learned I have already discussed it in indices and standard form about the law of indices. It is same as for algebra. So let's see, a raised to m into a raised to n. So what is here? This a is the base and m is the index. So when we have two numbers with the same base, then their index values are added. And for the second one, when you have numbers with the same base, when they are divided, then their index values are subtracted. And when you have a base raised to some power and which is further raised to some power, then these are multiplied. And when you have a base raised to some negative power, it is same as 1 divided by that number raised to that power. Okay, and any number, so for any base with the index value as 0, the value would be 1. So these are the basic laws of index, and today I will be doing 7 problems, so you will get a better understanding how to use indices using algebra. So let's directly start to the problems. So let's start the first problem. A cube b square c into a b cube c raised to 5. And before doing that, I would highly suggest you to take a pen and paper and practice with me while I'm doing it in the whiteboard. So it will be greatly helpful rather than just watching. So that's it. Okay, and a cube, right? So here you can see that in this there is no index value. As I've discussed, when you don't have any index, it is the same as a raised to 1, because a raised to 1 is same as a. So you can add up and 1 over here. So the value would be a into a raised to 3 plus 1. Again here b raised to 1, sorry, b square plus 3, and c is raised to 1 plus 5. So the value is a raised to 4, b raised to 5, c raised to 6. So this is the final answer for the problem number 1. And now let's do another problem which is a bit more difficult than the first problem. So here a raised to 1 by 2 b square c raised to minus 2, which is multiplied with a raised to 1 by 6 b raised to 1 by 2 into c. So let's take again here, as I said, when the bases are having when you multiply the same bases, then the index values are added. So a raised to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6, again here b2 plus what was it? Sorry, it was 1 by 2. So 2 plus 1 by 2, again here c plus minus 2 plus 1, again here 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6. When you have two fractions with different denominators, the first step you have to take is to make the denominators of the same value. So let's make the denominator same value. So you have multiply with 1, 3 plus 1 by 6, which is 4 by 6. When you simplify, when you have a fraction, you have to always do cancelling and make it into the smallest fraction possible. So both are factors of 2. So you multiply here 2 by 3. So a raised to 2 by 3 here. Again here 2 plus 1 by 2, which is nothing but which is 5 by 2. Again c minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 1. So this is the final answer for the problem number 2. And now let's do another problem simplification. A cube b square c raised to 4 by abc raised to minus 2. Recall the second law of index. When you have two numbers with the same base and when they are subdivided, then their index values are subtracted. So let's take here a cube. So a raised to 3 minus 1. Again here b raised to 2 minus 1. Here c raised to 4 minus 2, which is what? Plus. So you can make it a plus here. So the value would be a raised square b raised to 1 and c raised to 6, which is same as a square b c raised to 6. So this is the answer for the problem number 3. I hope you are understanding till now. So This is problem number 3, and now let's do the problem number 4. P raised to 1 by 2, Q square, R raised to 2 by 3, then P raised to 1 by 4, Q raised to 1 by 2, and R raised to 1 by 6. Before doing this problem, we have not yet finished because there is a condition given and you have to make it and simplify it. So A is equal to 3, B is equal to 1 by 8 and C is equal to 2. So let's apply all this. A is 3. So 3 square into B is 1 by 8 and C is 2. So 2 raised to 6. We know that 8 is 2 cube, right? So I am going to simplify it. 3 square is 9 into 1 by 2 cube into 2 raised to 6. 2 raised to 6, which is 9 into 2 cube, which is 9 into 8, and the answer is 72. So that was the final answer for the problem number 3. And now let's go and discuss with the problem number 4. So the fourth problem was P raised to 1 by 2, Q raised to Q square, R raised to 2 by 3, then it is P raised to 1 by 4, Q raised to 1 by 2, and here R raised to 1 by 6. So most of these are fractions. So you have to simplify it. It is a little bit tougher than all three problems before. So P raised to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. Again here Q square minus 1 by 2, which you know, okay. Then here R raised to 2 by 3 minus 1 by 6. So let's simplify it. P raised to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 is 1 by 4. Again Q 2 minus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. Again R raised to, so it is 4 by 6 minus 1 by 6, which is 3 by 6, and it is 1 by 2. So R raised to 1 by 2. So this is the final simplification. And to notify here, it is that P's value is given as 16 and the value of Q is given as 9 and the value of R is given as 4. So what you have to do, you just have to apply all these. So 16 whole raised to 1 by 4 and Q's value is given as 9, which is 3 raised to by 2, and R's value is given as 4 raised to 1 by 2. So again here one more condition is given, take only positive roots, because why? When you take a cube root you have two answers, right? Square root you have two values, plus and minus. That's why in this question specifically it is said you just take the positive roots, right? So 16 is what? 2 raised to 4 into 1 by 4, and 9 is 3 square is into 3 by 2. Again 2 square into 1 by 2. So 2 and 2, as I said, when a power raised to some further power, then what happens with their index values? These index values are multiplied. So you multiply, so it is 2 into, again here cancels all, so 3 cube. Again here 2 and 2 cancels out, so you have 2. So 4 into 3 cube, so it is 27. 27 times 4 and 4s are 28, 4 2s are 8, 108. So 108 is the final answer for the problem number 4. I hope it's clear. And now let's do a further problem. Here 5. X square plus y cube plus xy square by xy. So here this you can do through many steps. You can either take the common factors and just remove it, or you can use the basic law of arithmetic. So what was the basic law of arithmetic? In that I have discussed that a plus b by c is same as a by c plus b by c. So you can write these numbers separately. So here you can write x square by y cube by xy plus xy square by xy. So you know that x is square minus, so it is x, and y cube minus y is y square, and what would be here? X would get cancelled on, and y square minus y, so it is y. So again you can simplify it. What is the common factor in it? So y is the common factor in it, right? So you can take it and you can write it as xy plus 1. So this is the final answer for the problem number 5. And there is a similar problem, but it is with fractions. That's the only difference between the problem number 5 and 6. So let's do the problem number 6. Mn square whole raised to 3 by m raised to 1 by 2 into n raised to 1 by 4 whole raised to 4. So then in these brackets it is given For example, AB the whole square is same as A square B square. So apply the same for this one also. So it would be m cube into n raised to 6 by m raised to 1 by 2 into 4 into n raised to 1 by 4 into 4. So 4 and 4 get cancelled down. Here it will cancel and get 2. So what would be that? M cube by n raised to 6 by m square n. Here you can simplify it. 3 minus 2, m raised to 3 minus 2, which is m, and n raised to 6 minus 1, that is n raised to 5. So the answer for this problem would be mn raised to 5. I hope it's clear till now. And now let's do the 7th problem. Now let's start with the 7th problem. Here you can see it is with cube roots and something, so you have to do more simplification than all these problems. So it would be interesting, right? So a cube into 5th root of b into c raised to 5 again. So c raised to 5 here, cube of a cube, it is just root a, and here it is through 3b square and c cube. So before that I forgot to mention one more index, law of index, that is a raised to m by n, where this is also law of index, law of indices, where you can write it as nth root of a raised to m, where the numerator is the power and the denominator is the root. So this is what we are going to apply same for this formula too. So let's take a cube, and as I said, it is a 5th root of b, so b raised to 1, when there is nothing given, 1 by 5, and here what it is, when it is given, it is a square root, right? Square root of 5 by 2. Again, this is the simplification for this problem, and for here it is a raised to 1 by 2. Here it is b raised to 2 by 3, where 2 is the power value and 3 is the root value, okay? And c cube. So now it's very much easy, right? So this is what you have to do in such problems. So let's do it. A3 minus 1 by 2 into b raised to 1 by 5 minus 2 by 3, c raised to 5 by 2 minus 3. So I won't be simplifying this problem. I want you to simplify it and comment under my video, or you can also reach me under jojoslearningclub@gmail.com if you have any doubts on these topics. So that's all for today's lecture, and see you on my next video. Bye bye.